Hi everybody, welcome back. So I've got another little video. This will be a pretty quick one. I recently put together a little utility that I thought people might find useful called dm-pkg. It uses dmenu and it allows you to go ahead and search for and then install packages on freebsd. Just really minimal, very simple little shell script basically. But I thought this might be something that could be of use to somebody, so I'm going to put it out there into the wild, and I threw this on my GitHub. So if you guys go to github.com/Nicholas Bernstein, NICHOLAS BERNSTIN, and I'll put that into the link sort of down below. If you go through here, there's a bunch of little really kind of small scripts. I need to go update this. I resisted Git for for a long time. So I've got all sorts of stuff scattered in like CVS repositories. I know it's old school. So I can move things over, but I've been slowly adding a few different scripts and things like that lately. So if you go to my GitHub, you'll find a couple different things. One is a little YouTube ripper that converts it into audio for kind of stuff, and some other kind of, stuff that won't apply to anybody else, but is useful for other instructors that I work with. But the one that's useful here is the dm-pkg little utility. And if you go click on that, it'll take you to the incredibly tiny little shell script, which is basically 2 lines. It could be short. Actually, it's 1 line. That's right. I changed this to 1 line. So it's 1 line. It's not even bash. It just runs in plain old Bourne shell. And basically what it does is it takes the output of a package search for hyphen, because the way that FreeBSD packages work, it's always the name of the package dash version. So there's always that dash included. So that basically just gets you a full list of all the packages. And then I pipe that into dmenu with 20 lines, a little quick Perl munge to go ahead and remove the dashes and the versions after the dash. And then basically it passes that input to the package command. If you select a package, if you quit out, it returns an error code, so it does not do the install. So it's really simple. I'm going to go ahead and show a little video of this. This is sort of a stupid way to do it, but I wasn't thinking about the fact that I have FreeBSD VMs, and I already recorded a little video on my netbook, which I've been playing with. It's like an old. I might actually do a little video on it. It's kind of a neat and random thing. I've had this netbook since 2009. I'm pretty sure I got it just before my birthday when I turned 30, because netbooks were like the cool thing then. I'm about to turn 40 later this month, so it's been about just 10 years. So I guess it's pretty much a 10-year-old laptop. So very slow. I've just been playing with it with FreeBSD on there, and it works great. So anyway, I recorded a little screencast. So if I go minimize this, I'll just go ahead and play this video, and we'll just sort of walk through what's going on with it. So this is just going to go, vi or cat the script, I guess. So just shows you the code that this is, really small. You go run this with a sudo dm-pkg. I've since on my system just renamed it dm-pkg and removed the .sh extension and put it in user local bin. I'm putting the -y flag on there, and it will pass the first argument to the package command. So if you want to go ahead and give it multiple, you can either just put them together like a YQ or just wrap them in quotes, and it'll pass it. So there I did a search for cow and selected cowsay, which is a stupid little utility that allows you to make a little text. You'll see in a second. It's going to make a little text cow and then output some like a comic book style dialogue balloon. It's a very silly little kind of thing as a demo, but it's quick and it's not very big, and it's a very slow laptop. And I think I forget what kind of Wi-Fi it uses, but I think it's like an older version, so everything is a little bit slow, which is kind of a refreshing change. I found that if I do like a YouTube download, I can watch videos and stuff on there nicely, and it works well. But anything more than that is pretty much impossible on the thing. So that is my little contribution to the FreeBSD community. I put another little script up there. They're all like really tiny little shell scripts on my my Git page. I'm not going to make a whole video on this one because I feel like it's probably not going to apply to a lot of people. But if you want to go use the ports, some of the ports will require that you pull down the FreeBSD kernel source. And if you want to kind of do that from the command line really easily, it can get a little bit borked on the fact that the svn.freebsd.org site is actually an alias, and it redirects to a pool of IPs, and it kind of blows up. So anyway, if you go use this, it'll download and install the FreeBSD kernel source code. So, so that's it for this really quick video. If that was useful to you, you know, I don't know. I mean, I think it's actually, I've been using it a ton to go and install packages, because instead of doing 2 separate steps where you do a search for a package to figure out the name and then go do the install, you can just search it, select it, and then install it. And it's still very command liney. So, you know, it's a pretty easy thing to go do. Then, I mean, if it runs on the netbook that I'm running it on, it'll run on your machine. It's an Intel Atom processor, I think, with like 2 1 gig, you know, CPUs, and I think 2 gigs of RAM, like a whopping 2 gigs of RAM. So if it'll run on that thing, it'll probably run fine for you. So if you like that little kind of utility, you think it might be useful, give me a like down below. If you enjoy the kind of stuff that I've been putting out there, you know, subscribe to the channel. This is just a little quickie sort of video. Most of the stuff I put out are a little bit more long form, and we talk about career stuff and go a little bit more into detail in terms of videos. I think probably one of the next ones that we'll be doing, which might be interesting to you guys, is how to go ahead and install maybe probably like an Ubuntu system I'll do it on under like DigitalOcean, which is a great kind of little host. You could do this on Amazon as well, but basically have a cloud instance that you can remote desktop into. And I specifically sort of picked remote desktop because it's, you know, it's very accessible. You can do this from Windows as well. And in a lot of environments, they don't have VNC available. Additionally, it gives you a login screen, which is nicer than most of the VNC implementations. So I think I'll probably do a video on that pretty soon, and just kind of walk through the process of getting that set up and configured. And so if you want to see that, you know, click on the little subscribe button down below, and you can check it out soon, because I'll post that up to the channel in the near future. So anyway, I'm super tired. I'm probably mumbling. I'm gonna shut up and let you go back to watching other more interesting videos. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time in the next video.